This year, the world's most followed productivity expert, Ali Abdaal, released his book, Feel Good Productivity, okay? Which is all about, you guessed it, productivity. Now, is it any good? Well, I've spent the past month reading and experimenting with all the teachings in the book, and I have noticed some significant improvements in my productivity and how I view productivity as a whole. Now, the book is divided into 3 parts: energize, unblock, and sustain, each further broken down into chapters containing a collection of experiments you can conduct to see if your productivity improves. Now, Ali mentions that some of the experiments might not work for everyone, but that's fine because he's included over 50 experiments in the book. So, no matter who you are, you will find at least one experiment that works for you. Another very interesting aspect of the book is the productivity philosophy that Ali has created and lived by for most of his career. But I'll get into that in a second. Ali is a doctor, so every one of his experiments is cited, researched, and scientifically proven. So don't worry, it's not just somebody's opinion of how to be more productive. It's backed by science. So let's talk about that philosophy. Now, there are philosophies about life, about morals, ethics, and justice, but what about productivity? How good can a productivity philosophy really be? Well, to be honest, it has actually changed my view on productivity in a really good way, and it just makes sense. I'm surprised someone hasn't thought about this before, because it's truly revolutionary. So how does it work? Simply put, to boost your productivity significantly, all you need to do is feel good. Hence the title of the book. I know it sounds too simple, but it's true. Okay, Ali explains that positive emotions are tied down to 4 hormones: dopamine, endorphins, serotonin, and oxytocin. When we feel good, we generate energy, and that energy actually boosts our productivity. And then that productivity leads us to feeling a sense of achievement, okay, which makes us feel happy and continues to cycle around. This feel-good energy also reduces stress, which can cause, various physical and psychological benefits. By trying to feel good, we boost our productivity and reduce our stress levels. It's a win-win situation. There's one more thing, okay? Feeling good actually enriches our lives in terms of our, view on life, our relationships, and quality of our thoughts, okay? It seems that feeling good just makes our life 10 times better, okay? Now, all of this was mentioned just in the introduction, okay? So for the rest of the book, every chapter's goal is to provide experiments that make us feel good. Okay, learning how to give us energy, increasing our productivity, reducing stress, and enriching our lives. Now you can see why this philosophy is truly a game changer. Now, most of us try to push ourselves to be productive, which can work sometimes, but other times we end up in the slums, doom scrolling, and not being productive. Now our goal is shifted. Instead of trying to be productive, our goal is to feel good. Because if we do, we'll get a shot of energy and guarantee some productivity, okay? Now it's time to go through some of the most impactful experiments that I found while reading the book. Okay, so I'm going to grab 2 of my favorite experiments from each part of the book, starting with energize. The first experiment is the second experiment in the book, which is number 1, embrace curiosity. I think being curious is one of the most powerful motivators when it comes to learning and overall being productive. Now, most things we do are actually pushed on us by some external factor, like a promotion at work, or trying not to be fired, or doing well in an assessment to make our parents proud, okay? But if someone is genuinely curious about what they're trying to work on, their productivity levels just skyrocket effortlessly because there is no friction between what they want to do and what they have to do. Now, Ali says, curiosity doesn't just make our lives more enjoyable, it actually allows us to focus longer. So think of things that genuinely interest you in your chosen field and learn as much as you like about them. You'll be surprised how much quicker you learn. And number 2 is also from the first chapter, which is reframe your failures. Most people believe that failures or mistakes are bad, but they're actually more helpful than success. When you fail, you learn that you are missing a piece of the puzzle. All you need to do is find that piece and fill it in. It's that simple. Now, Ali says, no failure is ever just a failure. It is an invitation to success or to try something new. So next time you make a mistake, don't shoot yourself down. Learn from your mistakes and move on. You'll go much further if you understand that mistakes are good. Moving on to part 2, unblock. We have, in my opinion, one of the most important experiments, which is number 3, use commander's intent. Whenever you do anything, you need to ask yourself, why? Why am I coding this website? Why am I trying to learn psychology? Why am I a teacher? There is a very famous quote from a philosopher known as Friedrich Nietzsche, which says, if we have our own why in life, we shall get along with almost any how. Okay? Learn what your why is for being productive, and I guarantee everything else will just follow. Atomic Habits is another extremely popular productivity book by James Clear, and after reading Ali's book, I can 100% tell you that he has gained a lot of inspiration from James's book, okay? Because number 4 is reduce environmental friction. If you sit down at your desk ready to read, but then you realize that your book is in the living room, okay? The friction from getting up, going to the living room, picking up the book, going back to your room is very big, and much bigger than just turning on your PC and playing Minecraft, okay? By reducing the friction it does to do productive tasks, we can enter the flow state much quicker and be more productive more effortlessly, okay? You know, when I was writing this script, I made sure to set my Notion to auto open on start. So when I turned on my computer, my script just, opened up straight away. So there was no friction for me to start writing. I just straight away started writing when I turned on my PC. If you want to use your phone less, if you turn off your notifications, you will have lower screen time. If you want to learn guitar, you could put your guitar on your couch or your chair. So when you enter the room, you see the guitar, you sit down, and you automatically start playing. Just reducing friction will make you more productive. Now, moving into the final part, sustain, we have another super valuable experiment, which I personally use all the time, which is number 5, the power of no. People simply say yes to too many things, okay? Losing time for what really matters. Now, helping a friend with an assessment makes you a good friend, okay? But it doesn't benefit you. If you say no, it might sting for a bit, but you'll feel great realizing how much extra time you actually have. Now, Ali says, if it isn't a hell yeah, then it's not worth doing. Remember this next time someone asks you to do something for them, okay? Finally, the last experiment is something I actually picked up from a neuroscientist named Andrew Huberman, and I've been using in my life for years, which is number 6, let your mind wander. Now, it may sound counterproductive or even a waste of time, but letting your mind wander is actually super important for resetting one's energy, okay? There are regions in the mind called the default mode network that are super active when you're just wandering, and they help us recall memories, daydream, and imagine the future. Now, this may not sound super helpful, but sometimes when we are working on a project, we hit a roadblock, like a bug in a code that we can't solve. Just letting your mind wander lets you think about how to fix it even when you're not actively thinking about it. That's why sometimes we have like a eureka moment in the shower, because you think your mind is wandering because you're not really thinking about anything, but it's actually working super hard to solve the issue. And then when it solves it, it gives it to you without you even thinking. That's how powerful the mind is. Now, that is all the experiments that I personally found the most valuable. If you have any experiments that you found super valuable, let me know in the comments below. And also like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.